Howdy folks, thanks for watching. So I'm sitting here in my GMC Savannah van that I had hopes of doing Uber and Lyft with. This van's only got like 56,000 miles on it. Let's see. 57,141 miles on it. So it's still a baby. This van's a 2016. It's a Savannah 3500. And when I drove in Southern California, we drove Ford F-150 vans, but nobody makes a full-size van that's in the 150 area, except for the Sprinter, and I'm leery of the Sprinter because they're front-wheel drive. So anyway, my hopes and aspirations, since I haven't been able to get meaningful employment, my hopes and aspirations were to start my own transportation company. And so the first thing I did was I got $50,000 worth of insurance coverage and all of that stuff. And I tried to get active on the Uber app. No such luck. For some reason, the insurance wasn't going through. And I've been with Progressive Insurance for a long time, 7 or 8 years. Which in today's market, that's a long time. So anyway, I went to Lyft, and same thing, same problem. So then I was like, well, okay, if I can't do that, then I'll do like DoorDash and Uber Eats and stuff like that. Well, Uber Eats required the same vehicle stuff for insurance reasons, whatever. So what my end goal was to be doing is airport ground transportation. And after some strict thought, because I'm in northern Utah, and there's only one major airport. There's a couple of rinky-dink airports. Not being derogatory towards them, but I did a lot of work in the LAX or Southern California market, so anything in Utah is pretty much rinky-dink. Utah is as fancy as they think they are. They're still a small town, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So anyway, everything's kind of falling apart around my ears. So now I'm doing DoorDash, but I had hopes of I'm not advertising. I'm just saying I had hopes of getting things started, and so I got well, it's backwards. It's Trotter Transportation business card, and then my bagpiping. It's backwards. Yeah. So anyway, let's see. No, it's not working. So it doesn't reverse. So it's backwards, and I'm technology challenged. I'm a good driver. I'm just technology challenged. So anyway, I'm doing DoorDash in this van, and the one thing I know about the way certain things work is I used to drive a lot of Crown Vics of various years, and the one thing you know right off the bat is on the gas mileage, if every single Crown Victoria gets 23 miles to the gallon, that means all of the cars are programmed to only get 23 miles to the gallon, regardless from the factory, unless you Mickey Mouse around like that, and then you'll fail smog and all the bright lights will show up and everything like that. So anyway, I had this 2016 Chevy Savannah 3500 van that gets 15.7 miles to the gallon on the freeway, uphill, downhill, sideways, upside down, inside out. So that already tells me that it's already programmed not to get any better gas mileage than 15.7 miles to the gallon. That's just the way it's programmed. And if you mess with it, then it'll fail smog because everything's computerized. I have no gripes about that. That's just a fact, ma'am or sir. So anyway, so even though this is posting backwards, so the pickle I'm in is I'm doing DoorDash right now, and I'm really good at sciencing out the way to make things profitable. But the only thing is, because I'm stuck with this van, I got to go around and see if I can trade it in for something that's better, so that I can do DoorDash better. But I had my aspirations to doing airport ground transportation, but that's not going to work because there's only one major airport in the Salt Lake area region, northern Utah, where I got sent out to Heber once, and I don't know what in the heck they were thinking, because I'm trying to be a good dog and, play along with the rules and everything like that. So I ended up in Heber, and there's no digital signal out in Heber. So the signal dropped, and Heber, Park City kind of thing, and I was almost all the way to Vernal, Utah, before I was like, you know what, this is messed up. So I turned around and found a sheriff and said, how do I get out of here in Heber? And they were super nice and small townish, and my people are from Vernal. So anyway, this whole thing, the gig thing, is, in my opinion, well, everybody needs to make a profit, and I thought I had figured out a way, but Utahns are very cheap. Not cheap as in derogatory, but they don't want to spend a lot of money, and so they wouldn't want to pay $150 to go from Tremont to Salt Lake City Airport, just for a trip to be dropped off. And then I would still have to work out the logistics. And I actually talked with AI on how I would stage my routing in rides, so that I can do drop-offs and pickups from Salt Lake City Airport and stuff like that. But I don't even know because the regulations are so nebulous nowadays, that you never know if you're going to be in violation of something without meaning to do it. And there it is. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm trying to find meaningful work, and I'm doing DoorDash with a van that gets 15.7 miles to the gallon. I have 2 Ford Excursions. I have one Excursion that can go 600 miles on a fuel load, which means I can go from northern Utah all the way down to Mesquite, Nevada, before I need to fill up for fuel. And I thought about doing a thing kind of like Jason Statham, the transporter, where I would transport documents that don't want to go. Now, I'm giving everything up right now. Now, I'm not giving up. I'm just giving up my creative ideas. But I was thinking of a business of doing ground transportation, and I would call it two keys. And what the 2 keys would be is somebody would take an envelope and put a key in it and mail that key to an address somewhere. And then I would have the parcel, and because the person will, for whatever reason, that person would not want that to go through the mail, so I would transport that parcel or letter or whatever to Southern California or South Dakota, whatever, but it would be expensive. It would be in the $2,000 range. And some people would say, "Oh man, that's it." At my level of income, that's a whole lot of money. But if you're dealing with a service that requires discretion, reliability, and trust, I think it would be an interesting thing to do, and it would be fun. And I used to drive important people in Southern California all the time. I transported a Supreme Court justice from Canada. I've done secret society people, driven them who are interesting to talk to, and then ultra rich people who are just regular people who know how to hold a conversation. I'm a multilingualist in a minor way. So I'm really good at what I do. I just can't find the niche where I can make a profit at the moment, and I don't feel like I'm pigeonholed. I just have to rely on more of my skills to get things taken care of. I don't want to cheat. I don't want to go to jail, go to prison, be pulled over, and then have too many people in the van. It's a 7-passenger van, and it has a rough ride, $3,500, so I wouldn't be charging executive rates. It would be a totally utilitarian business. Anyway, before I start rambling on perpetually, that's what I would like to do, is just do transportation. I'm really good at it. I've been doing it for 30 years. I've only had one accident in 30 years, and this was down on 39th South, right under the I-15 bridge, and some kid right around midnight. I was in my Ford Excursion, and this kid turned left in front of me in this little Honda type car, and for me it was a pillow fight. For him, it totaled out his car. He had somebody in the car that wasn't supposed to be there, I guess. So he kicked the door open and ran off and disappeared. So anyway, it cost me a lot of money to get my Excursion fixed. I had good insurance through Progressive. But I've never been, that's the only accident I've ever been in my entire life. It was that one, and it wasn't even my fault. The guy, the nitwit, turned left in front of me, and I took out his car. So anyway, I'm burning gas idling here, yik-yakking with all y'alls, and I got to figure out how to post this on the internet. But all I want to do is drive people and drive. That's my zen. How can I explain that? It's what I do. I do it really well. I'm always the preferred driver. For whatever reason, the designated driver in my family, and such and such. So anyway, if anybody actually watches this, thanks for watching, and leave a comment or something like that. I need ideas so that I can do my transportation business and be professionally casual. I don't for regular people. I'm not trying to be a limousine service or anything like that, or what what Uber aspires to. So there it is. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you out there. Bye.